What's up, you guys? I'm gonna be doing a very simple makeup look today. It's like one of my go-to looks. It's one of my everyday looks, so I just thought I would share it with you guys. So yeah, let's get started. So before I go in with any type of makeup, I always make sure that I moisturize first, and I make sure that I put my sunscreen on. The sun is really out today, but even on like rainy days and stuff, I always make sure to put my sunscreen on because where I live, the weather changes within a second and the sun will come out, and I want to be prepared. So yeah, I use this CeraVe Daily Moisturizer. I've been using it for, I want to say since like February or something like that, and I love it. And then I use the Black Girl Sunscreen Make Me Matte. I love this stuff. I also use their full body one. They have a spray one, and then they have something else, I'm not sure. But I already did these today when I got out of the shower, so I'm not going to put them on again. But yeah, make sure you moisturize before you put any type of makeup on. So after I moisturize and put my sunscreen on, I'll go in and do my brows. I use the Got2b glue. It's just in a travel size container, and then I'll use some kind of spoolie. I just dip my spoolie in there, and I'll get as much as I think I need. I don't do too much, but I don't do too little either. Just enough to cover at least like half the brow so that I can get it nice and tacky at first. And then when I'm applying it, I'm pushing up and then kind of pushing outwards. Sometimes I do my brows differently. Sometimes I like the hairs at the top to be brushed down and like smoothed over, and then sometimes I like them to have a more natural like sticking up look, so it just depends. And I'm going for more of like fluffy-ish brows. Also, I use my finger to help kind of set the brows down and make sure that they're like sticking to my skin and intact. I literally just found a piece of glitter from like a week ago when I went to Breakaway. My friend was wearing glitter, so it got like all over me. I hate glitter for exactly this reason. Okay, and then next I could take my micellar water. I just put it in a travel size container, and then I take some Q-tips, and we're going to clean around the edges and get all of the glue around there off so that, you know, it doesn't look weird, it doesn't start crusting or flaking. And yeah, also when you're doing this, you can also put like just a little bit on your brows so that it helps to ensure that your brows also don't have those white flakes. I know people get those sometimes. I get them every so often, more so in the front of my brows, but yeah. And then I take this ColourPop, I think it's the Brunette color pencil, and I just fill in like the blotchy areas that I have in my brows, just because my brows are, you know, the worst, like pointing out right there. And I just like fill those in to make it look a little bit more natural and fuller. So yeah, I don't do too much. Okay, the lighting was pretty bad, but here were my brows just filled in a little bit. Trying to show you guys. Okay, and now we're rolling into the lashes, and I'm going to curl my lashes first. I'm doing a little falsie at the end, so I like to just curl them before I pop that on. Here are my lashes curled up close. I love to just curl my lashes on days where I don't wear makeup because they just stay, and it looks so clean, you know what I mean? Okay, and now I'm going in with my Rimmel London Scandaleyes mascara. I love this mascara and how big the brush is. Ooh, I love it. I go in with a super thin layer for my first layer, and then I'll start applying the lashes, and then I'll blend them in again with the mascara, which you guys will see later on. You know that moment when you have to sneeze but you can't? Yeah, I hate that. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so I definitely 1000% forgot to do my liquid liner first. It is also upside down, but I use the brown liquid liner from ColourPop, so I'm just going to show you guys how I do it. Looking down at my mirror, this is also really hard to do on camera, so But I start at kind of like an angle going upwards on my lid, and then I'll go from the very corner of my eye and connect those two to give it a thin and sleek line. And then just making a thin line all the way across to the inner corner of my eye. I also love to fill in any like skin gaps with the liquid as I'm going. And now I'm just creating a line at the inner corner of my eye to create that kind of cat eye effect. And I just do one little line at the top, and then I do one in the very inner corner of my eye to connect it. Honestly, that one was too like downwards and not straight enough for me, so I did go in and fix it and made it more straight and aligned with the other liner. And now just taking a Q-tip and my good old spit and making sure that the wing is just nice and straight. And here are both liners done. Super cute. I already had this one cut, but I'm going to show you guys how I did it. I just cut the beginning of the lash, and I do 6 of the individual lash sections, and that works for me. And the lashes that I always use for this are the Kiss Lashes number 11. I use their aloe vera strip lash glue as well, and I love it. I've been using it for years. It's my favorite glue so far. So I'm going to place the glue on the band, and then also I'm going to place it on the bottom side of the lash, and that's because it's going to stick to my actual skin and then also to my lashes as well, so it'll stay more in place. So as you can see, it's on the band and then it's also on the bottom of the lash. Now we just wait for it to get tacky and then apply the lash. So when I'm applying the lash, I put the front part more angled down, and then the back top part I angle it up to kind of align with my winged eyeliner, and this will kind of give it more of like that cat eye effect. I tried to give you guys a better side view, but it didn't really work. But before I go in and I push my lashes together with the tweezers, I like to push them up and then go in and push my lashes together. So here's the lash on before I blend it and put the waterline liner on. And then taking this brown About Face liner, and I put this just on my top waterline for this eye look at least. And it kind of just gives it more of like a natural flow vibe, and it's more light and airy as opposed to just doing a black one. And now to fill in the gap between my natural lashes and the false lashes, I'm going to go in with my Rimmel London Scandaleyes mascara and blend them together. And the difference, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so good. So for my bottom lashes, I don't do them all the way. I just do the outer corners, and I do a very, very light coat of mascara just so you can see that they're there, but I don't want them to take away from the top half of my eyes. And here's an up close. I'm doing a lot of up close, but I just want you guys to be able to see step by step. And now we're going into doing the face portion, and I'm going in with this Hourglass blush. The name is Adore, and oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love this blush. I go in with a cream blush, and then I go in with a powdered blush. Also, everybody always asks me what foundation, concealer, or tinted moisturizer I use, and I don't use any of those. I just do blush and highlighter on my face. I apply my blush at the high points of my cheeks, my forehead, and a little bit on my nose. People comment a lot on the way I do my blush, and I think also people don't understand that they're looking at me through social media and social media only. So you're not seeing the fact that I'm taking one video and putting it on completely different platforms, so the quality is going to drop, and therefore the saturation goes up, and just everything changes. And that's just how social media is, and especially with like the lighting, like there's so many things that goes into the way someone's makeup looks on camera, but it doesn't look like that in person. Trust me, my boyfriend would definitely tell me. And also the fact that I'm recording on my phone, like the quality is going to be so much better on this camera than it is on my phone. But anyways, the brush that I'm using is from JESSUP Beauty. I've had all my makeup brushes from JESSUP Beauty since at least like high school, and I've never had a problem with them. They are amazing and I love them. I will obviously link everything in the description. Now I'm going in with my powder blush, which is from Pretty Vulgar, and I use the colors Hush Blush and
son of a bee, as you can see. I have like little travel sized ones, but I don't know, I'm just obsessed with this palette. I also like to use this as like a somewhat setting powder so that my face doesn't get super oily, because I do have oily skin throughout the day, and this kind of just helps with that. I just love blush. It's like my favorite part of the whole makeup process. It just makes your face come to life. It's so pretty. The next blush brush that I'm going to be using is just a plain one, and I use this just to make sure that there's no like defined lines between like my skin and the blush. So I'm kind of just blending everything out and making sure it just mixes together well. And the last thing for my face is highlighter. This is from the Kylie and Jordan collaboration, and I use the top gold one, and I just use my fingers now. I used to use a brush, but I don't anymore. I just like the way my fingers, you know, there's just more control there. So yeah, I just start dabbing that in my high points, which is on my cheekbones. I do on the bridge of my nose, the top bridge of my nose, and then the bottom like top part. And then I also do my lid and my brow area. I love to have a little shimmer there, and yeah. For my lips, I'm going with this Hourglass lip gloss balm. This is the color, I think, Haze. It's super pretty. I think it's like a reddish, like brown.
Alright, and here is the final look. I love it. I think it's natural, but it still gives that obviously effect that you have makeup on. You wanted to try a little bit today, but not too much. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching.